Glamfam, let's get started. I hope you guys are liking this new kind of intro. I feel like when I talk, it's like I'm repeating myself when I start doing the video. So I just wanted to do something kind of fun, cinematic, and creative because you guys know I just love my editing so much. All right, let's dive into this brand new product from Makeup Forever. So this is their new Super Boost Skin Tint, and I am so excited to test this out. This is actually a first impression video because I have yet to test this out. I will be wearing this all day, and then I'll check in with you guys later in the car and let you guys know what it looks like outside. But you can't go into this skin tint thinking you're gonna get a lot of coverage. This is a foundation. This is just more of a very light skin tint from what I've gathered so far. So let's jump into the details really quick. This retails for $36 US. You get 1 ounce and 30 mils. So that's about $1.20 per mil. That is a very good price for a brand, a good brand that delivers good product. And I do appreciate that about Makeup Forever. So this does have a 6-month shelf life. And I love that this is made in France, but yet they're giving you $1.20 per mil. That's pretty darn good. So this Super Boost is a hydrating, plumping skin tint with buildable sheer to medium coverage that's supposed to leave your skin radiant, giving that healthy skin finish and a non-oily fill. This gel-like formula hydrates and smooths the skin with the help of polyglumatic and hyaluronic acid. It also contains grapefruit extract, which improves your skin's quality. I personally really love this new unique push to dispense tube that offers customizable coverage with more precise control. Now, although this type of packaging can be difficult to savor every ounce when you get towards the end of the product, do keep in mind, you guys, that you're not wasting product because as you go, you're getting the right amount. This is available in 18 shades. For me, I always kind of struggled with what shade I am perfectly in the Makeup Forever line. Now, I appreciate when companies deliver a wide shade range. Now, for a skin tint, 18 shades is not bad. I just wish there was something more neutral in that light to light medium range, which is the issue I always have. And sometimes it runs too yellow too. So that's my only struggle. Let me know if I'm the only one. But anyway, let's take a look at the shade I did pick up, and it's shade 03, and it's supposed to be for fair skin with yellow undertones. Take that with a grain of salt, because with skin tints, as we all know, they oxidize like crazy. So sometimes I always go down, depending on the product, with the skin tint and the shade, because I know by the time it mixes with my natural oils, it's not a full coverage foundation, so it's not going to be plastered on your face where you're going to see something too light. But even though this says fair, you guys can see from the swatch right there, this is still pretty decently dark in my opinion. Just keep that in mind. If you're lighter than me, I would almost probably go down a shade, but we'll have to see today how it's going to oxidize. And I wish there was something a little bit more neutral, like I said, but as far as the model went, if you guys take a look at that, I felt like I was the closest to her, so that's the reason why I went with this shade, and I did purchase this myself. Makeup Forever just tends to run a little bit darker, and their products always oxidize, so please, please, please keep that in mind. Let's take a look at that full ingredient list, because you guys know I always go over the ingredients. I don't see any type of coconut derivatives in there, but you guys let me know if you do. If you're new to my channel, I am very acne prone to coconut derivatives. They just clog up my pores and break me out. I appreciate that this is a radiant skin tint that typically most companies right now are putting cocoa caprit or capryc caprylic triglycerides in there, and there is nothing like that that I can see, well, those particular names in this ingredient list. So I do appreciate that. Let's just quickly touch on the brand new Super Boost Moisturizing and Plumping Lip Gloss. This retails for $26 US. You get 0.3 ounces and 9 mils of products, so you're about $2.89 per mil. This hyaluronic acid infused new Super Boost Plumping Lip Gloss delivers all-day moisturizing with a mirror-like shine. It has a comfortable and cooling plumping effect. This is available in 11 shades. And again, I went with Whenever Walnut, and that is going to match my Makeup Forever Artist Pencil, which that's one of my favorite shades. I think that when they first launched the Artist Pencils, that was the first shade I picked up. So I've been using that one for years. And I just switch off because I have other favorites now, but I do love the artist pencils. I actually ended up picking up more artist pencils. I'll show you guys right there because I purchased this on my cosmetic website. With my makeup certification, I get a little bit of a discount on Makeup Forever products when I purchase it from that site. But the only thing is it's a little bit more difficult for me to return, so I have to be like, oh God, I hope I got the right color, because I'm probably gonna have to live with it. But you can always mix things when it comes to the foundation, I should say. But I picked up some more of those artist pencils. I did a couple more eyeliners. You guys know Dimensional Dark Brown is my favorite. I use that almost every time I do an eyeshadow look, but I wanted a couple lighter brown shades, so I picked those up, and then I picked up another lip shade, and I am obsessed with both of those shades. But today we're gonna use Whatever Walnut because it's gonna go with this lip gloss really, really beautifully. Let's take a look at the highlighted ingredients. You have hyaluronic acid in there, and that's gonna give you that voluminizing effect for visibly smoother lips. Then we also have Tri-Oil Complex, and that's gonna provide you a long-lasting, comfortable fill. I don't see any coconut derivatives in that ingredient list, unless again you guys pointed out to me, but I'm okay with coconut oil on my lips. I don't have any problems, but we do have some Glamfam sisters that are highly allergic to some of those coconut derivatives. So I just wanted to make sure that I showed you guys the ingredient list. All right, let's jump into this, you guys. I just want to get started. So I already did my Dermatology water cream. You guys know that's just how I create my base. Now this type of product, because it is so skincare infused, you don't want to use too much skincare on top of that. But if you do, like I need to still, just do it like a couple hours, like right when you get out of the shower or right when you get up, put your skincare on and do everything else you need to do before you put this type of product on. So I've had this on for a while, but I did show it to you guys there. And I also started off my skincare routine with my Calicine. You guys know it's just my holy grail skincare. So if you're new to my channel, I am 46. I'll be 47 in March. So we're turning 47 soon. I do have mature acne prone skin. Like I already mentioned, very sensitive. I'm pretty much normal, but right now I'm a little bit more dry with the weather. So I use Calicine and Dermatology, but mainly Calicine for my like really good skincare. So you can check out my blog, KristiAllure.com, and then you can just do /skincare. I'll have the link in the bottom in the description box. So you can check out my full skincare routine. We are going to be doing a video on that, walking you through that whole process from day to night. So I will touch on that later, but I do have that on. I am going to start off with my NYX Freezy Face just because you guys know the drill. Like even though this is skincare infused, this just gives me a smoothing effect. And I really like to concentrate where there's pores, and then I just bring the rest of it down, the rest of my face. And I did start off earlier with my Makeup Forever, and this is the Ultra HD Lip Booster. I've talked about this several times on my channel. I am a huge Makeup Forever fan. You guys know that. Like, I just believe they deliver the most amazing products, and that is a really good moisturizing lip type primer, I would say. That's what I would call it. It never like dries out your lips, which I do appreciate. So this is a really good combo right here. And I don't think you can pick this up on Sephora.com. If they do, I'll have the link right there. And you guys can always click those YouTube affiliate links, and they really do help me out. So if you decide that you want to purchase any of these products using my YouTube affiliate links down in the description box below, they're little icons of, and it will say like Sephora, Ulta. They don't have Makeup Forever on there. Not every site is on there. So I will always have all of the links down in the description box below, as well as that QR code right there that you can scan, and it will take you to everything I have on in this video. And I do that for every single video. All right, you guys, so I have that on. I'm not sure if I want to do my well, let's just do it. I'm going to do my Dermatology #1 primer. As you guys know, this is my priming. Everybody's different. You have to prime the way, everybody has different skin types. So there's no rules, right? You have to just do what makes you feel beautiful inside, like how you like your makeup, and what works for your skin type, because everyone's really has different skin types. Now, I used to love the makeup palettes, and I'll show you guys right there where you can kind of get a little bit more coverage with the nude tones, the blush, the contour. You guys know I talked about that for years in the past, but I think last year or the year before, they changed the formula on those HD palettes, and they put coconut derivatives in there, so I can't use those anymore. So I just stick with I get the same concept from my Surat Perfectionist Perfectionist palette. You guys know this is just a holy grail. So if we need a little bit more coverage, I might jump into this just so you guys know that. Let me get this out of the way. I have this like little new shelf right here in front of me that has like my everyday products, and I showed it to you guys last week in my Get Ready With Me using all of my favorite makeup. So definitely check out that video. And I love it. I got it on Temu, and I do have a Temu affiliate link that you can click right there. That's something similar to it. They don't always have the same, but it's just basically a computer desk riser, and it has like little shelves, and it just helps keep me a little bit more organized. So I'm not just like shuffling through everything. All right, so I am all primed up. We got the primer on. Let's just start getting in. Let's take a look at my skin before, and that was before I did all the primers, and then we'll kind of do a comparison once I put this product on. Again, I will show you guys outside footage, so you guys, I won't be talking, it'll just be like B-roll, but this way, if you're new to my channel, I like to show you what it looks like outside, because my studio lights make everything look good, or even the color tone and how it oxidizes through the day as well. All right, and I'll keep you guys updated and pin, you know, in the comment how I'm still liking this product. So this reminds me of like a little IV, or what do you call those, or a shot or something like that? I don't know. I used to be a pharmaceutical rep, and I sold a migraine injection, and it's just kind of reminding me of that type of applicator. All right, so I'm just gonna do 1 drop of this to start off with. Actually, that was 2. So that's how much product you get right there. So let's just go, oh, it's actually thicker. It's like a gel-like texture. It's actually thicker than I thought going onto the skin. I just swatched it. So again, this is first impressions. So that's definitely not gonna be enough product, obviously. So we're gonna have to do some more here. I think I'm gonna just kind of squeeze out some product there. So that's about how much I put on there. This is actually a texture that I really feel like in a skin tint I haven't felt. So don't go by that. Like you're gonna look at that and go, this is way too light for you, Kristi. Don't go by that, because by the time I blend this out into my skin and it oxidizes, it's gonna be a totally different story. So please don't judge it based on that. All right, I'm just trying to get the rest of it off my hand. Now I'm gonna work a product like this in with my hands first, okay? I'm gonna bring that down the neck, because you always want to. I just self-tanned, so I am a little bit darker than I normally am. I'm gonna put this on my lids too, just to keep things even. Ooh, that's pretty. Ooh, I like that. Wow, I like this texture. I'm like really shocked, you guys. Wow, okay. Okay, Makeup Forever. I'm not shocked, it's Makeup Forever. I'm gonna take the rest of what, there's really nothing on my hand, but just if there's anything left over, I'm doing that. Taking my BK Beauty, and this is the 115 brush. These are available in singles now, as I mentioned in last week's video. And I'm holding, again, close to, on the ferrule, close to the bristles, because I want a little bit more coverage. Wow, that's looking good, you guys. I'm loving that. Wow. Just bringing it down. I'm gonna bring it closer to my ears over here. It looks natural. You guys, I'm really impressed by this. Holy moly, this is first impression, so I just don't, I'm sorry for being so dramatic, but my gosh, that is good. Oh wow, okay, let's hope it's looking as, I'm looking in my monitor. Let's take a look at my my 10 times mirror, just to make sure we still are liking this. This is my Ilios mirror. You guys know I only use Ilios as my mirrors, like it's just the best. And this is like gonna tell me everything. Wow, I mean, literally just blend it right in with my skin. Holy moly, this might be one of my favorite products. I just knew I was gonna like it. And it has no coconut oil in it. Oh, thank you, Makeup Forever, because they were starting to do that to me. I never had a problem with their powders. You guys know their compact powder is like my holy grail. Just haven't used it that much because I haven't been wearing like powdered foundations, but wow. And it's not peeling with my skincare. It's not, I think even oily skin girls will like this product because it doesn't feel oily. Now this kind of gives a radiance there, so I think underneath you're seeing that, but you guys, okay, that's just the layer I did. Let's take a look at it up close compared to what I look like before, just so you guys can see the comparisons. Okay, now let's take a look at it just up close, what that's looking like. I'm not gonna do more than that because I feel like I don't wanna build it up and not give it a chance. This is not supposed to be a full coverage foundation. We can conceal with our concealer, so I'm not really worried about that. I do have my Makeup Forever HD, and I love this one, but to use this on its own right now is too light. So I think this is 1N13 is the shade I got. I wanna get a darker shade. So I use this for brightening, but I don't use it on its own really. So we're gonna go in with Hourglass Oat, just because I am a little tanned and I don't want to be too, we're gonna go for more of a natural look. Natural, take that with a grain of salt, and I don't want to be too aggressive with that. So again, I will use, this is a good pigment. I can use whatever's left over to spot conceal any areas, but it was looking pretty good. We'll pull you in close on those discolorization, dark spots, sunspots, old acne scars there. I'm gonna use a little bit, actually let's do that last. Let's just go in with, let's blend this out first. Mixing well together. Ooh, that's pretty. I'll pull you guys in close so you can see what that looks like. I am loving it, you guys. Okay, so far so good. I'm just gonna do a little bit of this HD, again, 1N13, and I'm just gonna do it like right there, just to give a little bit of brightening there and a little bit of brightening there. Just a little bit. You don't need to do that, but just gives a little bit. I'm gonna use a brush for this, and let me grab that. I gotta see what I'm doing here. And I'm just using the BK Beauty 114. Again, these are now available in singles. I have to say, I would, if you really like BK Beauty brushes, although these are available in singles, if you can afford it, I would do the whole set, the core collection set, because you can buy the whole core collection. I would do that, and I'll have the link right there where you guys can click and purchase if you want. And you can use my code Kristi10 and always get 10% off. And they always run good deals. I let you guys know in the community tab. So make sure you have your notification bells on, because I let you guys know when there's good deals. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Let me make sure. Sometimes I'm like, oh, in post, I'm all beautiful, and there's like a big gap right there. Yeah. Your girl needs to get eye surgery, laser, because I just can't see without contacts, and I just can't really wear contacts. They're just, my eyes are just too allergic. They're always like something wrong with them. They're too sensitive. I'm just a sensitive girl. Just taking my sponge now and pulling away any excess product. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. All right, I'm gonna use my powders just because even though I like the Makeup Forever powder, I just wanna use something that I know, I wanna give this a really good chance right now. I'm gonna use my Makeup Forever puff. You guys know this puff is just, I got so many of you on this puff. It just leaves a I love my Stands Out Beauty one. I love them both, but this is always gonna be my holy grail. And you can only purchase this on Makeup Forever separately. They do come with the loose powders, and that's how I discovered it. Let me see here. I'm gonna tap that off the back of my hand so there's no excess product there. And then we're just gonna go in and start to set this down. And now we're getting a nice mattified look. And I'm just taking whatever's left over on the back of my hand and pressing that in. Nothing's really left on here, and just pressing that in. Because this is more of a powdered foundation. You just want to be careful with that. But we'll see how this lasts, but I'm loving this so far. NARS Sheer Glow, not Light Reflecting Foundation, not the newer one. Sheer Glow, the OG, as I mentioned in last week's video, is my holy grail foundation for full coverage. I won't wear anything else for if I'm going somewhere special. Maybelline is my good everyday one. This might take over my Maybelline, you guys. This is really good. Because the one thing I've noticed about Maybelline recently is it creases a lot throughout the rest of the day. I feel like I didn't have that problem before, but now I do. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, my skin is temperamental. So that was the One Size powder. We'll put that back, and then I'm gonna take, this is my Z palette. You guys know I mentioned this in last week's video, so I don't want to go through it again. For my Glamfam sisters that are here every week, you guys can, if you're new to this video, you can check that out. I'm gonna go in with my Makeup Forever 1mm puff. Again, you can only pick this up separately on the Makeup Forever website. I think it's like $12. But this is my favorite puff to set down my makeup with. I love it. It's 100mm puff, and it just is magical. I'm going to take my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Powder in medium, and I'm just going to take that onto this puff, not too much, and I'm going to, again, kind of pop that off there. Pop it off. I don't know what that means. And I'm just going to set this down like that. I'm gonna do powder contours today, so I'm not really worried about the cream stuff. And I wanna use a Makeup Forever blush. I'm gonna do all powder today. And then I'll show you guys what it looks like in a different day with cream blushes and contours, but I mean, not applying it, but I'll show you like a look. I will be creating later this week, because I'm gonna wear it all week. Okay, you guys, that's looking good. Looking good. All right, I like it. I do, now that wasn't that much powder, and you see that came right off the puff. All right, I am gonna put some bronzer on. I'm not gonna do the contour quite yet, because I want you guys to see what this bronzer looks like on its own. And this is, I put it in the Z palette, but it comes in a compact. And this is the Makeup Forever New Artist bronzers from last year, not new right now. And this is in the shade Wild Sand. Oh my gosh, you guys, I can't tell you, this is my favorite matte bronzer. #1 matte bronzer. It's so, so good. And it's the one I've been reaching for the most. And I think if you have any type of texture on your skin, this is one of the best bronzers, matte bronzers you'll ever get. I love the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush matte bronzers, but I don't feel like I get the right pigment. I feel like it's not as even as like her Airbrush Flawless powders. Although they're really good and I like them, I like the Makeup Forever one a little bit more, and it's a little bit less expensive. So I'm gonna take my Chikuhodo T2 or 3, whatever brush, and I'm just gonna put that on. I always put it with contour, so I really want you guys to see the color without doing the contour. And you can use this as a structuring color too. Like if you did, look at how beautiful that is. It's just easy. It's not fussy. It's just an amazing, amazing bronzer. Let's take my BK Beauty 112, and it's just a thinner synthetic brush. I'm gonna show you guys how you can kind of structure with the same color, because it is very neutral. You can kind of just go like that. See how that, you don't even really need a contour if you don't want one. And not everybody likes that look anyway. Don't worry, we're gonna clean the edges up. I'm just showing you guys kind of what that looks like. All right, I'm gonna go back in with my bronzer brush and just kind of make sure we diffuse things out. This is a natural Fude Japanese brush. I personally like to apply with natural brushes my powders. It just, for me, I just think it gives the most flawless applications. All right, let's put all that back. I'm gonna put this back in here. You guys know for normal contour, I use my Surratt Griselle. That's my favorite, and I'll nose contour with that, but I'll do that all off camera. I just wanted to kind of show you guys what that's looking like. Let's put a little bit of Ariel from Surratt. I just like this for like my natural day looks. I like using that as a highlighter shade. So I'm gonna take my Wayne Goss airbrush and show you guys kind of, this is like one of my favorite natural highlighters. See how you just get a natural radiant. Let's just say you're not into those glittered highlighters. For every day, that's perfect. Perfect. I just love the way it looks, and it's so forgiving on mature skin. So forgiving, you guys. I mean, it just really wouldn't be a video without me dropping stuff. All right, you guys, I am gonna jump off camera, finish up the rest of my makeup, and we'll come back and do the lips in just a second. So that is what it looks like with the bronzer. Oh, let me put my blush on first. Oh my goodness, I'm forgetting. So this is Makeup Forever. This is Playful Coral. I wanna get a lighter shade from this line, but I was liking a lot of blush at that time, but I think I would like a lighter shade. And these pop out, so I could put this in my Z palette. I just haven't been using these as much. We're gonna use actually this Danessa Myricks one. This is the Yummy Face 1.0, I wanna say. I'm gonna use that there. I'm gonna take a little bit off the back of my hand and we're just gonna pop that in there, like that. I gotta get my mirror so I don't mess things up. It is a very, very forgiving formula. It's really pretty. I need to use this more. I just have so many blushes right now, and I use my Tom Ford one the most. All right. Going in with my Chantecaille powder in Petal. You guys know the drill. Surratt highlight brush because it barely distributes product. And I'm just gonna kind of close out those pores. Close up those pores. Close them out. Close them up. And just get this right here. Clean up that contour. Can't live without this powder. I don't really have anything on this brush. All right, you guys, let's take a look at it up close again. All right, taking my Make It Forever Artist Color Pencil in the shade Limitless Brown, and I'm just going underneath the eyelash line and just kind of creating a soft under eye, and I'll smooth that out with powder in just a second. But you can also use this on your lips. So I'm just taking that to kind of create that little bit of a pout, like what you do with a contour, where you would place a contour, and they go on nicely, but they also blend out very easily. That's what I love about this formula. It's just one of my holy grails. It's so good. Now I'm gonna go in with the Make It Forever Artist Pencil in Wherever Walnut so we can match it to the Super Boost Plumping Gloss, and I'm just going to outline the lips there, just kind of following with my natural, a little bit overlined, but I don't like too much overlined. I don't have lip pumper and all that. I just have to accept that I just don't have those beautiful lips that all the other influencers have. But that's where we are. So we're gonna just fake it till we make it and just do a little bit where it doesn't look crazy looking. And then I like to just kind of feather in the corners right there so there's not a harsh line there, and then later I'll just blend it out with my finger. I kind of pucker up a little bit to kind of get that line. You can brace your pinky finger and give you a little bit more control. I have shaky hands. Just like that. Just take your time. This lasts all day. Now, to kind of give that little bit of line that I like when people get lip filler, I'm gonna take the darker one, the Limitless Brown, and just go down the center right here. I kind of already kind of have a line there, and then just blend that out. That, I'm gonna do a little bit right here at the Limitless Brown, and a little bit right here. Like that. And then blend it out with your finger. Now I'm not gonna use a lipstick because I wanna see what the boost looks like on its own. So I'm gonna take my finger and blend things out like that. This has color in it, so you don't have to worry about it. If you ever have any type of mistakes there, just take any type of flat liner brush. This is just a cheap Morphe one. I don't even know if it's still around. I'm just gonna take any powder. This is just my NARS. They don't have this anymore, but it doesn't matter what powder you use. You can use Charlotte Tilbury. This is just in front of my face. And I'm gonna clean up those edges right there. Actually, I need my magnifying mirror. B47, I can't see. All right, so that's what that looks like. Again, I always like to just take my finger, make sure I don't really like that whole, I know people like the lip liner to be all aggressive. We're gonna go in with the Super Boost, and again, this is Wherever Walnut. Ooh, that's juicy, I love it. I got it in, and then I just started taking stock pictures, so I didn't even try it on or anything, so I'm so excited. It goes perfectly with the lip liner. I would say if you're gonna get this color, I think they all match a lip liner in the Artist color line. Wherever Walnut, it's kind of one of their staple colors, but that's pretty good without any lipstick underneath. I don't feel any plumping effect. Like I don't feel like it's tingling or anything like that. I think it's just the hyaluronic acid that's gonna make it look plumper. I don't even really feel that much of a cooling sensation, which is not a bad thing because sometimes when there's too much cooling or too much, you know, red pepper type things, even though I love them, they can dry out your lips. So this is just gonna give you a more plumped look, but I don't really, maybe I'm starting to feel a little bit of the cooling, but it's very subtle. I don't really smell anything either. And you can just build that up. Ooh, that's pretty, you guys. I really like that color. I want more colors. This is a good, I can start feeling a little bit of cooling, but just like, again, nothing uncomfortable. I think if you want something to make your lips look plumper, but you don't want any of those ingredients that make them, you know, have irritation, this is a good one. Very glossy. I mean, obviously it's not going to be transfer proof or anything like that, but it is really beautiful. I really like it. And that is how the final look turned out once I popped on my lashes. You guys, I have to say, so far so good. I am going to have to kind of give this a little bit more time to really give you my true like final rating, but I'm going to give you a preliminary rating. When it comes to application, it was just, I don't know, there's something really beautiful about this gel-like texture. It's amazing. And I just really love the way it went on. It was just super proof, easy. I loved the applicator. I think the distribution of the product was really good. I like where it's made and made in France. This only has a 6-month shelf life, like most skin tints, so just keep that in mind. But I like the shade range. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be once I put it on, and you guys know, like once I put that on, it was like a perfect match. So we'll have to take a look at it outside. I don't know how that's going to look yet, but I'll show you guys some B-roll of what it looks like towards the end of the day once it oxidized into my skin. But all in all, I really love this new skin tint. So for right now, I'm going to give this a 5-star rating because I personally think it is a really good skin tint. Hey Glamfam, so I wanted to do a final check-in. This is the last day I'm wearing this. I know it's the same outfit, but it's Valentine's Day and I wanted to, you know, wear my red. But anyway, that's besides the point. I wanted you guys to see what it looks like outside. I have to say this is nice, but it's not my favorite. So I'm going to start off with that. But this truly is a skin tint that is basically your skin, but better. And I do like it. I just need to play with it a little bit more. And I just feel like a week is not going to really give me that much determination on whether I just absolutely love it. But first week impression, I have to say I'm not as in love with it as I was when I was applying it on that first day. All right, you guys, back to the video. As far as the lip gloss goes, there's really not a lot of science to it, but it is I do feel a little bit more cooling as time goes on, but it's a very comfortable cooling. So I'm gonna give the lip booster a 5-star rating as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed that review. Let me know your thoughts down in the description box. I always love hearing from you. Did you guys try these products? Have you heard of them? I just love hearing from my Glamfam sisters. Thank you so much for taking the time to join me today. If you are new here, before you go, please remember to hit that subscribe button, click the post notification bell, join our beautiful Glamfam. We're here every week and we just love for you to become part of our family. If you did like this video, please give it a huge thumbs up. When you guys hit the like button and comment below, it really does help my videos out. I'm here all week with shorts, so definitely check that out. I'm also over on Instagram. I'd love for you guys to follow me over there. You can check out my website, kristiallure.com. It's a blog, my nail color, my fashion, my Amazon favorites, all of that is on my website, plus all the affiliate links. You can check out my Shop My page right there. You can scan the QR code and it will take you to where all of my favorite makeup picks are. All of my favorites are on there, so definitely check that out. Be sure to check out that video next, and I will see you guys on the next one. Love you guys. Bye.